What is up, everyone? Halim here from Village Food Tours, and I am with my boy
Brimstone. What's going on, people? Listen, first and foremost, I want to say finally Brimstone has made it not only to Village Food Tours, but here at Cryderman's Barbecue, brother, Melbourne, Florida. We're ready to go, ready to eat. It's about to be neat. I am going to be so excited. The brisket, brother. You've been telling me the brisket is phenomenal, and I'm like, listen, you know I judge brisket all around the country. It's about time to do it right here, right now. You ready to go in?
Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh!
Started in 2017. Chad and Amy Cryderman are the owners. Started off with a passion for barbecue, where they decided to just start backyard smoking meats. Chad, the mastermind behind the meat, learned everything off of YouTube. Sure enough, he watched hundreds and hundreds of hours of YouTube videos. Yeah, asked friends, family to bring meats for him to smoke, just so he could practice and practice. He'll tell you his first brisket he ever smoked was garbage. He threw it right away. Right now he's got beans smoking and walnuts for cookies.
Cue the sexy music now, right there. Come on, come on. Oh, come on, baby. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, nobody needs anything out there. I'm just gonna eat all this myself, and you're gonna have to tell them you're all out. All right, you're okay with that, right? Yeah. So tell me about this. What's in this? The beans. I know you can't tell me everything, but
yeah. So it's a mix of two beans. One's a white kidney, and then the other. We ain't gonna tell you that.
Okay.
But,
okay.
So
fair enough.
Sauteed onions and peppers, ground pork trimmings from Cocoa location, and then we saute all that together, mix it with the beans. We make our own sauce to mix in with the beans, and we smoke it for 6 hours. Delicious, pure delicious.
Very, very tempting to dive in there. I know if I do that, we're gonna have a problem. What do we got up there? Same thing?
All beans.
Look at this.
Beans, they're good for your heart.
Best you can get. Want to continue that one?
No.
This is a PG show, isn't it?
Our play on First Watch's $1 Million Bacon. So it's got a sweet and spicy dry rub, and we do a house-made Cheerwine brown sugar maple syrup glaze on top. So I got a half rack of
Any other meats? Any other meats?
Look at that.
Look at that.
Just glazed.
So 2 pulled pork sandwiches.
Bit on the backside.
Yeah, so it's a brisket
I
coffee
like
taco. So it's this brisket
I saw it on your face when I walked in.
We take it out and then I slow roast it for a nice put it on the back. It comes with a pickled claw on top and then a fire roasted.
It's like a sweet, spicy,
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be your burnt ends right there.
just a little bit on mine, if you don't mind. Just a little. Perfect. Thank you.
You know, what kind of start feed it at?
Don't be shy with that brisket.
Oh, he ain't gonna be shy.
Pork and then put it on a bun. What's that for here?
The good stuff right there.
See, when it oozes like that, it
Any other
means
meats?
it's excited to see you.
Yes.
You know this one's gonna have a delicious time on your taste buds. You understand?
Hybrid has brisket.
It's gonna have that brisket coffee, so it's brisket that we smoke for about 8 hours, take it out, slow roast it, until it's back for about 10 to 12 more. That's what I'm saying. Oh,
Yeah!
These are good spares too. Yeah. And we hit these two with a nice little light glaze.
Oh yeah, I'll get that. There you go.
There it is.
Are you excited, bro?
Oh, brother, you have no idea. You and I have been discussing this for a while already, and as soon as I heard the deliciousness that comes out of this place, Cryderman's Barbecue, brother, old Brim had to try it out. So I'm hoping, I believe it's going to hold true to its name, but we're going to see. We're going to see.
There's just the meats. We got more to load up, but house-made pickled red onions. Can't forget those. Candied vegetables. and the Central Texas staple, pickles and onions. Now I know Halim likes the potato salad, so we're gonna hit you with one of those, and that's personally my favorite side. These are our collard greens with sausage, which are not a traditional side for us, but they're on special, so I gotta showcase those. You gotta try the beans, you check them out in the back, so you gotta taste them. Fan favorite is our creamy mac and cheese.
All right, baby. Let me tell you something. We're here at Crydermans. We just got the Feast Your Soul, a little extended version of it. But when I tell you, first of all, the aroma is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you smell this smoke from a mile away. You're coming down the road and you go, wow, what is that? And it's like a trail. It just brings you here. I mean, this is not the first rodeo here, right?
No. So they have another location in Cocoa. We're at the Melbourne one. I've worked with them a bunch of times. You found me with the brisket video, the super tendy. Like, it is, in my opinion, the best brisket I've had.
I'll be the judge of that.
I want the pro to know.
That's all right. Very good. So now, I mean, where should we start? Should we go straight for the brisket?
I think we need to go for the brisket.
Okay,
I think we need to just go into the brisket.
I'm just gonna go because I'm gonna grab some of the bark here.
All right.
Look at this. It's just Ready? Here we go. Ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. First and foremost, it melts in your mouth. You got that flavor behavior that just smacks you right in the taste buds. I mean, this is great with no sauce whatsoever. But we've got some delicious sauces over here. They apparently do their own sauces here. It's fantastic. Everyone is for sale. Swish is sweet. We got Mean Mr. Mustard. This is probably my kind. Badass, just like me. Mean Mr. Mustard. Brownie face. Then we got the Swishy Heat. If you're a hot person, there we go. Gets a little spicy. What do you like? Here, we got little samples right here.
I like the spice. A little spice.
You got the heat. Here, here's the heat. And this one is the sweet one over here. I'm gonna do the heat with you. Let's do let's do a little piece of pork maybe?
Yeah.
Let's do a little piece of pork. All right, so the pulled pork. I'm gonna dip that baby in there. It's a nice thick consistency.
Sorry, I just went in.
You did. All right. That right there is some deliciousness. When I tell you, I've had some good pulled pork before. That's pretty badass, man. That's pretty badass.
Yeah,
is that pulled pork? It is pulled pork.
Yeah.
And that's the
pulled
turkey.
pork, we've got our 2 sets of ribs. Got some mac and cheese, some beans, the dill potato salad. And they don't always have it, but they've got their special collard greens in today. And if you watch me, you know I love collard greens. Like, that's one of my things. So
they also make their own sausage here. So I want to get a bite of this sausage. Let me see if I can break a piece off. There we go. You win. It's like a wishbone. Like a wishbone. So I'm gonna try to go with the mustard on this.
all right, I'll do the mustard.
Do the mustard? All right. Yeah. Clink.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Let's do this. Oh, that's good. It's like a sweet, hot honey mustard. And the flavor behavior in those freaking, oh my lord.
The texture on the meat's just perfect. You got the casing on it. You got that nice little snap when you bite into it.
It's like a dirty water dog. Anybody from New York, or if you've been to New York, you get a hot dog on the street, you get that snap. It's different than anywhere else. You get the snap, and this is the same type of snap, but obviously it's a lot better than a dirty water dog. This is fantastic.
Got a little kick on the back end too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's snaking up.
The flavor here is just ridiculous. I mean, I can't. I got to take another bite. You talk.
Yeah, it's and like their brisket's simple. It's just salt, pepper. That's it, and then they just bathe it in the fat again afterwards, and that's
So
it.
simple.
Yeah.
Simple, and that's the thing is you don't have to go crazy throwing in everything in the kitchen sink. It can be simple and absolutely delicious, scrumptious. Listen, this rate's pretty high on my scale here.
Good to know.
This
Good
is
to know.
really, really good. You're in Melbourne, Florida. This is definitely a spot. And they have the other spot as well. We haven't even broken into the ribs and everything else yet. So, but I can't stop eating that brisket because that's love. That's love on a plate right there. I might get divorced just so I can eat this brisket.
I can't even pull
My
up
new
the
wife.
brisket.
Oh my lord. I'm gonna grab a little bit of that. So here we go. All right. All right. So now
Ribs?
I think we should do the ribs. Now we're about to get messy. All right. And I dropped some. Hey, do you want this bread? Because I don't want
I'm
to
good
spit
with that.
over the bread.
I'm good with
All right. Good.
Yeah. I just wanted to look pretty in the picture.
There we
I
go.
think we got enough. I think we got enough food. We don't need the.
The first thing you need, the first thing you need to do when you're eating this stuff is napkins. I'm gonna throw you some napkins.
Yes,
here.
thank you, sir.
It's not fancy, but it is what it is. I'm gonna take my, because once we break into the ribs, it's gonna be
It's
messy.
all, yeah. There's
So-
no going clean after that.
Do you have a preference on end, on side, whatever? What would you?
Wherever,
what would you like?
wherever.
I'm gonna go with the end right here. Now this has got a sweet and sour, right? You said
It's got a
sweet
sweet.
and sour rub.
He uses. They have the cherry wine soda, and that's kind of their. So it's kind of a sweet.
Can you get a little bit of that cherry at first taste? Oh. They do these, I think they said about 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
I think they said the ribs are 4 to 6 hours on the grill. Maybe a little bit longer, I could be wrong. But check the tape. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It is what it is. But, you know, look how delicious this is. I wish you were here to try this. No, I don't, because I want to eat it all. But, man, oh man, this is fantastic. It's like Texas barbecue meets the Chinese spot down the street, but better. You know what I mean?
Sweet.
That is
Okay.
delicious.
Yeah. And the texture on the meat's perfect. Like it looks like it could be borderline where you have the ribs where they stick a little much.
Yeah.
But it comes off enough, and it's
It falls off the bone almost,
yes,
you know, but it's holding on just by a thread. A
yes.
thread that I'm just going to
Perfect
destroy.
description.
It's delicious. Yeah. You know, you can never get too many ribs, right? Here's another wonderful thing about this. As I eat and I talk with my mouth full, it's not dried out. It's nice. It's juicy. It's moist. You know, people hate the word moist. I don't care. It's
Moist is a fine word.
The fact is, a lot of the time you get ribs, and they come out and they look great, and you bite into it, and it's dry. There's nothing worse than having a dry rib.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is done just right, where everything's moist, it's meaty, it's a nice rib altogether. Don't go to Fridays, don't go to Bennigan's, don't go to Applebee's. Come to a place like this. It's you know a home-owned company,
Small mom and
homegrown
pop place.
mom and pop company. You know, they did this themselves. They basically, I don't know if they know the story, but you know, they just wanted to start smoking some meats. So they got themselves a smoker, and then what did they
Started
do?
doing it. They were catering from their house.
Yeah.
Started doing it. Literally washing. They'd cater and wash all their dishes in their driveway. Get it all go after smoking all night, and then eventually moved on and ended up opening this awesome place. And one of the things I really love about them is their consistency. Like that's and for any restaurant, any small business, especially now this day and age, there's the labor shortage and everything. If you can find a place that every time you go into it, it's the same. That to me stands out a whole lot. Now another thing that they're also really great is barbecue places. Like you got to get your meat right. If you don't do your meat, you're not a barbecue place. But where you can stand out a little bit and take it up another notch is if you get the sides.
Oh
If
yeah.
you nail the sides down and you've got great meat, then that's where you can kind of level up the game.
I think I want to scoop some of those beans. That's what I want to
Yes,
do.
because we saw those back there.
There we go.
They didn't even tell us everything that was in them, right?
And I'll try not to double dip. There we go. All right. Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Got some peppers in there.
Reminds me of old school camping, but just better, more delicious. See, I remember my days of sitting and doing these foodie things every other day, and I was on tour and having to eat all this delicious food. And now I sit and I say, you know what? I'm passing the torch. You can do this now.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting too big. This is your future. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But at least you have fun doing it. You're
Yeah.
having fun going out.
Yep.
It's all right. It's a nice ride. You know.
I might fast the next couple of days, but
Yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up. Oh, they got the turkey there. We should taste some of that turkey.
Yeah.
I want to just dip some of the Swish Sweet. Can you reach that for you? Or
yeah, got it.
This is the Swish Sweet. Just want to get a little bit of flavor on that. The smell. So good. So good. I'm a big sauce guy. I'm a sauce boss. I got my own line of sauces. Absolutely big seasoning guy. I got my own seasonings. You know, so I like to compare. I like to see, you know, who's doing what and how and where. And, you know, the flavor is just, there's some that are just bland as all sin. It's like, why bother putting it on?
Yeah.
But when you got that special kick and that special something that does a dance on your tongue, you know what I mean? That's what I really appreciate and I love. And then you got, you know, certain places that do a sauce or a seasoning, and it's good, but it doesn't work with the beets.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
It's like not the right pairing. This, and I'm not saying it because I'm here. I'm not getting paid for this.
No.
The fact of the matter is that each one of the sauces complements the meat, and I love that. You know, I love the fact that it's complementing the meats and it doesn't dance on your tongue. What do you call it? The oak is what they're using. Anything with actual wood. You know, I like to go with apple and a cherry blend. You know what I mean? It gives a little bit of extra, you know what I mean, flavor to it. But you know what they're doing here. I mean, it's just old school Texas barbecue. You know what I mean?
Like it's like you said with the sauces, like sometimes it doesn't complement each other, or like with theirs you don't need the sauces at all.
No.
But then like you love the sauces, so like you got to throw the sauces on there, and oh, that's just the.
Look at this big one. Look at this. It's probably dripping. You can probably see it. You want some? Oh, can't have it. No. No.
All right.
Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's do this out. I get the meaty part. Ooh, that's so good. This is the one that they double glazed, isn't it? And then they dipped it again.
Oh man.
It's just falling apart. So good. The flavor is unbelievable. Flavor profile on this is just, it's sweet, a little tangy, and just falls off right in your mouth.
First bite, I just like, just coming at me.
This isn't the first time you've had everything, or is it the first time you had one or two of these things?
So I've had everything. I've had everything here, but yeah.
Oh, I've had everything.
Yeah.
Screw you, Brim. I've had
At one
everything,
point
and I'm
or
going to have
another.
some next week, too.
But you guys know I'm local. Like I work with them on our food tours. We visit them like 4 times a week, taking people on our food tours. So
Tell me about the food tour.
the food tours, Village Food Tours. That's actually how I get paid. Not doing these videos. This is for fun.
The more I keep them talking, the more I get to eat.
And so we started about 2018, walking food tours. You buy a ticket online. We take you around about 4 different restaurants, pick out the food for you. Tax and tip is covered. You get to just show up, eat with us, and have a good time and learn a bunch of history about the area. Most importantly, have a good time. So that's what I do. We do them. We're getting ready to do them here in downtown Melbourne, which I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
We've been in Cocoa Village since we started. That was our main bread and butter, and we've stayed there and keep on running strong there. And I'm looking forward to being down here in downtown Melbourne because there's some awesome spots, and we've got some of our tour partners up there down here, so it works out perfectly.
So they kind of like mesh in with each other. Now this is the turkey.
Yes.
So
Turkey,
now,
I normally don't like turkey because it's dry.
Me too.
All the time. All the time.
my son and I'm gonna say I just because I want to feel important, but my son and I, wink wink, just did a turkey. We did in our Yoder smoker, and they sent this big fat ginormous turkey. Look at it, it's dripping, and it was so moist, so juicy, and I was like, all right, this is the first time I'm actually enjoying my turkey.
Yeah.
So I want to see what this is because it looks
yeah.
It
You
looks
can
wet.
see the moisture.
Can you see it? I hope so. If not, it sucks for you. I'm
just gonna.
That's flavorful. It's moist, it's juicy, it's got a good flavor. It's the biggest thing with turkey, like you said, it's very dry. You know, and then you go, I don't want it. My wife loves turkey. She loves me. I'm a turkey, I guess. I don't know. But you know, at the end of it, did you know that they have, a fan sent me earlier today, that they have fully roasted turkeys that they're selling in the supermarkets, like cold.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that you just go and you reheat. Nothing that replaces a homemade turkey that you can sit there and you can just enjoy the love that was put into making it. You know what I mean? There's love in this. I don't care if they know you personally here. The fact is they love their product, they love the name, they love their brand, and they want to put out the best product possible. And that's what you get from a turkey like this and a platter like this. End of story. This is endgame. You know what I mean?
I just shoveled the whole thing in my mouth and just. And typically, if I took a piece of turkey that big and put it in my mouth, I'd be sitting here coughing and choking.
Yeah. Is this pickled onions, right?
Yeah.
Give that a little shot. All right.
I like mixing like the pickles, the onions with some of like the pork. Put some of the sauce on there. Gives you like the acidity from and the kind of keeps that umami type feel.
Yeah. Oh, he went to umami. He went straight to umami. Love that. It's funny because a lot of people don't necessarily know what umami is.
Yeah.
So I work with Kikoman. So Kikoman, one of the biggest things with Kikoman is umami.
Yeah.
And it's like, Brim, you know how to make sure to talk about the umami. I said, I got you guys. Got you. There you go.
Now Kiko, that's the soy company, right?
Soy sauce,
yeah,
yep.
Awesome.
Soy sauce, teriyaki, they do a lot more. I'm just taking all things as it just happened that way. I had to eat some more of this brisket,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah, no, it's a, at the end of the day, I like to know, more about the places I go. When I used to do my, the tours and do this show called Food Hound Tidbits, one of the biggest things was the tidbits were the tidbits of information about the place, the location, what happened, how did they get here, what's different about this location than anything else. Because you want to, if you're coming into town, you're in Florida, you're in Melbourne, you're in the you're close by, or Cocoa Beach is the
Yeah, Cocoa Beach.
Yeah. It's like, all right, well, where do I go to eat? So now people have an idea. Oh, that food, I saw it. These guys were eating it. It looks good. They were talking about it. It's flavorful. Let's go check them out. So, but still, there's got
What
to be
makes
an
them
extra
different?
reason. What makes
What's
them
the
different?
yes.
So, I love, like I said, I love the story. The first thing I walked in is what? I asked them, what's the story? I want to know the story. What makes this place different? And it's just the homegrown, mom and pop, family. It's the family vibe. And you get it when you're talking to the people here, too. Everybody's like, we're all close here, blah, 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 this, that, and that. They take pride in it. It always comes back to, you got to take pride in your work. If you don't love what you do, don't do it.
Exactly.
Do something else.
Yep.
So, and I'm enjoying their love right now. I'm sorry, sweetheart, if you're watching this, which I know you are. I'm loving this and not you right now. Doesn't even need the sauce. This is so good. That's great. So what else
And you
do
got
want?
things to do today, so you're gonna be okay, or you need to take a nap.
Well, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna need at least 25, 35 minutes.
It's about 45 minutes to Cocoa, where I have to head on later on for a food tour, and hopefully in between, I might just sit in my car and nap before I head out that way after all this. 'Cause this is some goodness.
You need it. That's the thing, is you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, after a heavy meal like this, you gotta take a little bit of a minute to take a break, relax, breathe, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to move. You're not gonna be able to move quickly after this. But no, everything here is fantastic. I am so blessed to be here with you right now. This food is great. I still want to break into that mac and cheese and this right here, the potato salad, and see what we got going on here. And what do you call it? I know you have limited time, so
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Well, we've tried everything. We've delved.
we still have dessert over there.
Oh yes, I didn't even get pictures of these bad boys. These are their big ass cookies. That's the name of them. Literally big ass cookies. So I don't know what kinds we've got, and they do all kinds of crazy ones. They even have this might be it. Yes, a cornbread cookie. A cornbread cookie, and it's spot on. And this is triple chocolate, so they do have names on them.
That's great. That mac and cheese is pretty good. I'm not a big mac and cheese guy, but I appreciate a good mac and cheese.
Yeah.
That's a good mac and cheese. I got a little bit of a kick. I don't know if it was something that was still in my mouth or if it came from there, but regardless, it was wonderful.
It has a little
I'm
bit.
happy.
No, it has.
That's really, really good. Did they say, are these homemade pickles? They do these?
No, they don't do their pickles in house. They did for a while, and then it just got hard to keep up with and everything, and it was just easier for them to order them to keep it consistent.
Yeah. Let me break it on this side. I've got to grab some of this. I know you would wanted the greens.
Yes, the greens are. Are you a fan of greens?
No.
Nah.
Do I look like I'm a fan of greens? Come on now. Try to clean everything off here. That's good. Potato salad. Go ahead, dig into the greens.
All right. It's got some of the sausage in there, the greens, and definitely oil dripping from it, and it's all the juices and everything.
Diego, what do you think?
A little heavy on the flavor, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a piece of sausage or something?
Yeah.
Let me just wipe my
I'm actually not 100% fan of the greens.
You what?
Not 100% fan of them.
Really?
They're too vinegary for my
Okay.
personal opinion. They're a little vinegary. I like them a little less vinegary, a little sweeter.
Okay.
You know?
A little piece of meat.
But
that
it's
was in there was
different.
good.
It's different. It's a different green.
I'm getting the flavor.
It's
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Not what I was expecting. Maybe is better.
There we go. There we go.
Because
the first time you had the greens?
So this is the first time I've had the greens. What it was is before is they had a greens soup. So it had the greens and the sausage and potatoes in there, and that's what I was thinking of, and it was
Keep talking. Don't mind. I'm gonna just stick these in my bag too. No, this place is great. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You did good.
Awesome.
You did good.
Awesome. I'm glad it lived up to the hype, and I didn't.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there. You know, I do all these, you know, like Rib King New York City and Brisket King New York City, and I host and I judge, and I've, you know, a bunch of other ones that I do around the country. You know, so I get to taste a lot of different, you know, takes on the same dish. And sometimes people go, how do you get a different take on the same dish? Well, because everybody has their different ideas and you know, opinions on, you know, what tastes right, and something that's completely different, you know, different things to their meats that you go, wow, I wish I would have thought of that, you know, and it just blows your mind, you know. So the brisket here definitely stacks up to the top 10. Okay, this brisket is really, really good. It's flavorful, it melts in your mouth. The flavor is just right on. The bark is delicious. So, you know, the fatty, that's where it's at right now. That's my opinion. Now, I don't know how you feel in terms of where it stacks up in your grand scheme of everything in the Florida area. What is your take?
I will say, from what I've tried in Florida, and I've said it before, you guys already know, hands down, like in best brisket I've tried in Central Florida. We're talking about out towards Orlando. There's people out in Orlando that come out this way and hear about Crydermans. They've made a name for themselves, and it's because they have quality product.
This is great stuff. Because you usually take all your tours here, don't you?
Oh yeah. We take them, and you get a sample, basically one of these chunks of brisket you get on the tour for yourself, and you get to, because that's all you really need to get a taste of it, and then you come back and enjoy it later on.
That's amazing. And so when you do the tours, mostly people that live in the area, or people that
Mostly
come into
tourists.
town?
Mostly people visiting the area. So obviously, like, we started 2018. Our very first food tour was Black Friday of 2018. So we're coming up on our 3-year anniversary, which is awesome. Our first year we had 500 customers, which is good. You know, like coming out, setting the name for yourself. Like we did 100, and this was separate from the food tours, but we did 150-person pub crawl.
Really?
You know, like we came out, like had a great time. We're not doing pub crawls too much anymore because just everything going on.
Right.
And then I had actually, as you know, like the cruise, we have Port Canaveral out here. It's the second busiest cruise port in the world. 5 million people a year go out there. So we have a lot of tourists that come to the area, plus closest beach to Disney for our area. You know, so we came out strong, and then I had just gotten in touch with one of the big cruise companies.
Okay.
And I was actually supposed to do a tour for about 50 of their actual employees. So like the cruise line was writing a check, and I was like, all right. And that combined with like everything was about to go, March and April of 2020 alone, I had 500 customers lined up.
Wow.
Like they booked tours, they were ready to go. fortunately, unfortunately, because I was able to kind of brace for the impact of everything going on. The cruise industry got impacted so early on that in February they called me and they're like, yeah, we're canceling all our internal activity. So that kind of gave me like, ooh, I know it's coming. I talked to, food tours are a very niche thing, so I'm talking to food tour companies in Italy.
Yeah.
And they were already shut down and everything like that. So I kind of braced for it, and then everything happened. And so that's why I ended up doing the videos more so. Because I had to stay relevant. I wanted to support the restaurants. They were going through the struggle. We did a food tour to go, which was really cool. That you come to one restaurant, pick up food from 5 different restaurants, get home, hop on. This was when everything was shut down. Hop on with the chefs, the owners, talk to them. Everybody would be on a Zoom call. Had about 50 people do that. It was awesome, great time. But by the end, everybody's like, I'm done with Zoom calls. So, and we opened back up. So I'm like, let's go back to being. I started my business because I'm about people. And food brings people together. There's no politics in food, maybe pineapple on pizza or pellet smoker versus smoker. But other than that, that's it. You know, like you can break bread with people, complete strangers, and have a great time.
Well, food in general is a universal language. You know what I mean? And it's wonderful. And I've been to so many places. It doesn't even matter if there's a language barrier. You communicate through the food.
Yes.
It's fantastic. So, you know, I love everything you're doing. I love this place. I love the fact that you brought me here. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Great meeting you, man.
I'm glad you came out here.
This guy right here. I'm like looking at the thing here. I should be looking at
Yes, yeah.
Great. Look, this guy is fantastic. Make sure you check him out. Village Food Tours. Every time you're in the Florida area, this guy right here, he knows where to go. I bet my life on it.
Awesome, awesome. And make sure you subscribe or follow or whatever you're watching this on. Enjoy it. Only if you like it.
Still dripping.